Every boy, don't go cry in their minds. Come on, every boy, there's a fight in their minds.
Our third and final matchup on this Saturday triple header in the Philippines Football League, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. Davao Aguilas UMak FC taking on Taguig FC in what is seen as a massive game in how the title race will pan out. So glad you could join us live here from the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Jing Hamlang and Cam Rodriguez calling the action. Ooh, there's always a special atmosphere when there's a big game in the PFL.
It's an exciting match, Jing, tonight where we have two experienced teams with their own journeys and styles of play so far in the league. We see Davao Aguilas with a strength in their unit, and at the same time, Taguig with the strength in their players and the experience that they bring to the team.
So many superstars on one side, and meanwhile for Davao, they have been making the most of a collective approach. Meanwhile, they are third in the standings with an opportunity to leapfrog all the way to the top. They consider themselves underdogs, in fact, but they might very well change that title if they get 3 points here today. And they're up against a Taguig side that are struggling as of late, pero kasama pa rin sila in the mix of the title.
It's going to be a match of moments, and that's what you have when you have two teams head-on-head trying to get the 3 points. And both of them are in unique positions in the league where we find Taguig struggling to get their footing again. And they hope to secure the 3 points in this league. Meanwhile, Davao Aguilas coming off with a momentum, with a crucial win against Stallions last weekend. But very crucial from Coach Aber is that the mindset they're bringing into this match is very composed and calm, and just like any other match.
And speaking of calm and composed, their leader on the pitch, Daisuke Sato, was massive in their win contra sa Stallion Laguna. He was the heart and soul and the lieutenant of Coach Aber on the pitch. They won big against Manila Monte. They followed that up with a big win against Philippine Army. But the scoreline might have been just 1-0, but their biggest win of the season ay yung 1-0 kontra sa Stallion, kung saan napakita nila they are truly contenders this season.
Heart and soul indeed, Jing, wherein we have their team captain leading by action. And ito yung sinabi ni Coach Aber na yun talagang strength nila as a team, na lahat sila very strong as a unit, and it has been showing in their games, especially against the stronger teams or teams on their level.
He is the glue that keeps everybody together. Daisuke Sato will have a key role to play once again in this match. Coach Aber going up against Giovanni of Taguig, who he was under for quite some time while he was getting his license done. So they are quite familiar with one another on the sideline. Meanwhile, para naman sa Taguig, tutukan natin dito si Kevin Ingreso, who has made his way back to the Philippines. He calls this home now, and he's playing in the top flight and taking a chance with Taguig, who in recent times, Cam, they haven't really been able to find their footing. 2 draws, perhaps you couldn't complain too much against 2 contenders, pero nakuha sila ng talo when they visited Cebu, and that means their title hopes really hang in the balance here against Davao.
Yes, it is a must-win match tonight, Jing, where the 3 points is really on the line for them. And sabi nga ni Coach Giovanni that the players are very motivated, and hindi daw mahirap na i-motivate sila kasi lahat sila professional and experienced in their own right. Kaya when you have someone as experienced as Kevin Ingreso up there leading the front, it is no worries that they are here to really get those 3 points.
3 points have been evasive as of late, and we will see if Taguig are able to bounce back here against a Davao side that has been impeccable as of this season. Now let's send you pitch side, where we have Nina Alvia.
Jing and Cam, there's quite a contrast with how each team is entering today's game according to their coaches. Davao Aguilas Coach Aber said that it's the usual feeling of calm entering today. Meanwhile, we have Taguig head coach Giovanni Villagracia, who said that they needed a little bit more motivating due to the loss last weekend. Though Davao Aguilas is coming in calm, that does not mean that they're relaxed. He says that they should still continue their momentum and that they should stay true to their mentality of consistency. Sabi niya na anong nakikita niyo sa game, yan ang nangyari sa training. Taguig, on the other hand, si Coach Giovanni, he expressed how important of a match today is. He had to motivate them daw one by one, but he said that they were able to bounce back pretty quickly from last weekend, and he acknowledges that Davao is organized, but he trusts his team's creativity to grab the goal. Let's see what happens tonight. Jing and Cam?
Ooh, it's gonna be a great game. So many storylines and so many questions to be answered in the 90 minutes that are gonna be played between these two teams. And I'm sure a lot of players from Kaya and the other title rivals will be looking very, very closely at this game as well. Taguig against Davao Aguilas. Here we go, folks.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of Davao Aguilas UMak FC and Taguig FC.
Kevin Ingreso and Daisuke Sato facing off today. Familiar friends from national team duty going head-to-head today in the league, where Clifford Daipuyat is in the middle. Kasama ni Relly Balilla, Ismael Pasion at ni Linjun Talaver on the sideline. Taguig in red and Davao in white. It's going to be an explosive contest between these two teams as we take a look sa starting 11 ni Coach Aber John Rusgal. Onoki Endure and Talarok up top. That would be Cart Talarok up top with his other half, Richard Talarok, in defense alongside Satos, the two Satos in fact, Clarino and Villarreal in there as well. Si Coach Aber, mahilig mag-throw ng mga curveball pagdating sa mga formation na binibigay niya sa atin. So, yung nakita mo sa screen, perhaps hindi yun yung makikita natin on the pitch. So, we will have to reassess in a little while. Meanwhile, para sa Taguig, tutukan naman natin ang starting 11 ni Giovanni Villagracia.
We have Kevin Ingreso there in the middle, really anchoring, being that leader for his whole team, supported by Amita and Shimomura, who are both attacking players and can work more dynamically, more fluidly. We also have attacker Tuazon up on top, and at the same time, Camarad in the goal.
So, a little bit of a surprise, no Patrick Grog in the starting lineup. You've got Joshua Dutosme now dropping into the defense with Arnel Amita starting in this game. Otherwise, everything pretty familiar, not just for Taguig, but also for Davao. It's now time to see who's going to get the better of the other as we are underway inside Rizal Memorial Stadium. Glad you could join us. Jing Hamlang and Cam Rodriguez calling the action. Davao so defensively sound this season that they've yet to concede a single goal. It's quite a record.
That is definitely one of their superpowers as a team, where they do have a defensive, strong unit. And usually when you have teams with a strong defensive unit, it just shows their mentality na hindi sila tumitigil hanggang makalabas yung bola.
Kung babalikan lang natin yung match previously to this contest, Stallion Laguna running away with the victory kontra sa Mendiola, but they still conceded at the end. So natapos yun as 6-1. You know, even in matches that they've blown out itong Davao, they have not conceded, which is truly incredible of a record, especially since nakalaban nila ang Stallion Laguna just in their last outing, who have been known for their firepower in 2024.
And I think the way that they won that game is telling of who they are as a team, because they did score in the 88th minute and they had to hold on to that lead for probably 10 more minutes. And you know, that goal was secured by Dalapo, and he was coming off the bench, and yung sabi niya dun sa interview towards the end, Coach Aber had great trust in him na it only takes one, and
Yep.
that's exactly what he did.
Very, very interesting story. In fact, the story of the season so far are these Davao Aguilas. Dahil on paper, perhaps they don't stack up the same way as some of more star-studded squads like you're seeing right now na kalaban nila. The likes of Stefan Schrock on the ball right now, Matthew Custodio, Kevin Ingreso. You know, a lot of these players are well known, playing in the top flight. Offside ang itatawag dito. In fact, filled with former champions itong kupunan ng Taguig. Even though they are new in the first division, their players are certainly very, very seasoned. Yet it's the Davao Aguilas who are making quite the splash here early on. And we're going to see that exchange. Amita felt he was fouled there by Villarreal. Perhaps may argument siya dito. And kaya naman na pull back ni Clifford Daipuyat yung bola. Just a little over-eager mula kay Reynald Villarreal. It's going to be an early set piece here for Taguig. Bola ni Ingreso.
Interesting for them to really allow Ingreso to take that free kick, because he does take it with his left foot, which is more of an in-swinger, and he had his teammates there ready for it. Pero nandun nga ang Davao Aguilas anticipating that ball.
Nice exchange, Amita. Looking for the cut back. Na-anticipate ni Daisuke Sato.
When you talk about Daisuke Sato, just before the frame panned away, you could tell his body language is saying, taas, akyat tayo. And that just shows, diba, na talagang leader siya by action, and that is his role in the team.
Ito na nga yung sinasabi natin, no? Doon sa formation sheet, nakita natin si Daisuke Sato nasa gitna ng midfield. But he's certainly not there at the moment, no? Nasa gitna rin siya ng depensa.
Basically, parang yung role niya talaga sa field, everyone is really, he is the grounding anchor for this Davao Aguilas side in action, but also in mentality, I believe, Jim.
Corner kick, pangalawang set piece in a hurry here for Taguig, who have started brightly. Headed away. Richard Talarok getting in front of that. Endure, a tireless frontman para sa Davao Aguilas.
He was the player who did score their lone goal versus Diggers to lift them up 3 points during that game. So let's see what he can do for his side for tonight.
In the last match contra sa Stallion Laguna, barely got a touch on the ball. He was doing a lot of tireless work for his team, but definitely a key component dito sa koponan ni Coach Aber.
Yeah, sense of selflessness na everyone plays a part, and baka all his hard work really set up his teammate Dalapo to score that goal.
Looking to switch it was Schrock. Callantes getting inside. Chance dito para kay Yannick Tuason, who went down looking for the penalty. Hindi interesado si Clifford Daipuyat.
You could already tell Tuazon trying to be cheeky and win penalties, and pag striker kasi hindi ka lang taga-score, but at the same time you try and win those penalties, and it is questionable. He was hit at the back, so OJ Clarino has to be more careful there.
Pag nakakakita ka ng ganung incident, gusto mong itanong, kung nangyari ba yun sa gitna ng pitch, would that have been a foul? But inside the box, it's a different story for Clifford Daipuyat. Not enough to be calling for a penalty, perhaps, especially this early on.
But immediately, Jane, we could tell that Taguig is eager to get in front and really just the urgency and trying to make those forward runs. Ramdam na ramdam natin dito sa Rizal Memorial Stadium.
Kakainitan dito.
That's exactly the game that we have for tonight, just 6 minutes in.
Let's have a look at it. Trying to get it out wide. A little bit of a push there mula kay Talarok and napasa sa kanya ni Sato yung bola. So something to look out for in this game. Naoto Hiraishi already starting to get heated on that right side para sa Taguig. Ingreso finds Hiraishi, renewing that duel with Talarok.
Immediately, Jing, we could tell that Davao Aguilas is securing their defense right now. Kung makita natin, most of the white shirts are in their half. They are defending their half first. So, nakita natin yung priority dito ni Davao Aguilas. Secure the D, and then from there, we attack and attack with precision.
Custodio looking for the early ball. Switching up the tempo, sometimes going long, sometimes going short, sometimes going wide. Taguig having a lot of the ball early on. So much on the line sa larong ito, particularly para sa Taguig. Hasn't been an easy spell of games as of late for them. Kung babalikan natin, sunod-sunod na laro. Kaya, Stallion, Cebu, and ngayon Davao. All of them title contenders. Tuloy-tuloy yun na mga tough challenges para dito sa koponan ni Giovanni Villagracia. And they really can't afford to lose points again.
Yeah, it has been a tough stretch for them, and they're really heading into this game wanting to break down this relentless defensive side of Davao Aguilas.
Getting bodies forward here. Hiraishi's ball touched on. Yeah, Nick Tuason with a final touch.
Davao Aguilas has to be careful and not let their forwards get in front like that kasi sobrang hirap makasave ng goalkeeper yung mga ganyang klaseng flicker headers. And really, Davao needs to be a little bit more careful, especially since Taguig is knocking on the door.
You really get a sense that motivation is an all-time high right now para sa Taguig. They are looking switched on at the moment. Inching their way forward, looking for room on the right side. Mahmoud Ali. Just beyond Hiraishi there. And this is where Davao Aguilas have been so good, soaking the pressure, staying composed.
And we can see here Sato giving instructions, really just telling that he is there to lead the team. And especially when you are defensive like them, you have to be careful. You have to always just support each other.
Now look at that ball on the left side. Kamerad getting a touch, flirting with danger. Custodio almost had his pass picked off. Opening 10 minutes as advertised. Schrock getting entangled there with Clarino. Play on. Tuason. His ball into the box. And no chances being taken here by Davao. What a coming together there. OJ Clarino nagparamdam kay Stefan Schrock.
That challenge was a little bit too heavy. Nakikita natin ngayon si Stefan Schrock nasa turf pa rin siya, and he is receiving treatment at the moment for his knee.
No hesitation from OJ Clarino. He went in 100% committed. Ito makikita natin. He came in second best. But Stefan Schrock paid a price for that. Oof. If there are any questions as to what kind of game this is going to be, well, that's a clear depiction.
OJ Clarino not afraid to make his presence felt against a veteran like Schrock, and it's gonna be an interesting game is all I can say, Jing.
See the look on Stefan Schrock's face there. Ganunan pala. Looking for the Olympico. Direct from the corner kick, trying to test Dinio Atara. In the end, on the roof of the net. Things could get spicy now. Schrock, you having a word with Clarino? Yeah, have the feeling those two are going to get entangled again. Ingreso, drifting past, looking for support, surrounded by white shirts. Davao, able to exit. Trying to get it to Endure. Omey, can they get it back to Cartalarok? He's offside.
Endure, quick to make that decision. Where we could see he set his teammate up there, and
Ooh,
what
sure
a
he was off.
technique.
Very tight, very tight. Pero sample dun mula sa Davao kung anong kakayanan nila on the counter-attack.
Tough challenge there by Hira Ishii. Trying to recover the ball, but the body that he placed and the pressure that he placed on the Davao Aguilas players a little bit too much for that challenge.
Jomari Sapal, isa sa mga players that have been floating under the radar, pero napaka-solid para kay Coach Aber. Holds his own there in the middle of midfield. And meanwhile, So Omey ang kukuha nito.
We can see here Davao Aguilas just trying to be in front of the goal.
Looking for the driven ball into the box there.
That was unfortunate for Davao Aguilas because they did find themselves in a good position to finish off from that free kick. Kaya tignan natin paano sila magre-respond now that they are in one Taguig's half.
Now, one thing you will see from set pieces with Davao, they have a lot of elaborate set pieces that they've worked on. And they try to pull off in matches.
And what this tells us is that set pieces to them are tools. Way to para makascore. And really, when you are a top team, you would need every tool and resource you'd want.
Amita getting hit to the face. Two Talaroks have been busy in this match. Ito makikita natin. Oh, actually, it's Amita's arm that went up.
So, i-explain niya kanina na nasagi lang daw.
Hindi ako nagkakamali. Magkakaibigan yung mga yan from FEU. But on the pitch, it's gonna get feisty. Especially with what's on the line in this game.
Walang kaibigan daw dito, Jing.
A bit of a late challenge there. At kailangan mag-ingat dito ng Davao Aguilas. They don't want to get too many bookings. Nakuha naman sa sorry. Ito si Richard Talarok. We talked about OJ Clarino getting a booking earlier on, no? He wanted to send a message to Stefan Schrock, but now he's going to have to walk a tightrope against a man that is very, very tricky.
Again, a challenge there. Clarino was on Schrock, not allowing him to turn. And then in that moment, eto na yung nakikita nating challenge ulit that started earlier on in this match.
Over 70 minutes to avoid a booking for OJ Clarino, or else he's sent off from this game. It's a precarious position to be in. Endur wins the header, but it's backwards toward his own goal. Custodio all the way up. You can see how far back Davao are defending by how high the center backs of Taguig are.
Yes, one Taguig doing their best to stay connected, shifting the ball left to right, and we now have Gallantes. Someone with pace, someone with a presence that OJ has his hands full for tonight, both with Schrock and Gallantes on his side.
Eric Gallantes, what a revelation he's been in this season of the PFL. So solid. And one thing na makikita natin, just in that sequence alone, is how much more physical he has become as a player. Dati nung nasa ADT siya, alam naman ng lahat na meron siyang potential. And there is like some extra action there. Kevin Ingreso perhaps may paiwan kay Cart Talarok.
I believe it was Schrock, Jing. May extra motion of stepping on the player, so
Stefan Schrock.
unnecessary from Stefan Schrock in this moment.
Dilaw. Binigay dito kay Stefan Schrock. And perhaps nakikita natin yung frustration, no? Ni Stefan Schrock. Very early on, they've gotten into his head. Let's have a look at it. Got entangled here. Ooh, look at that. He's saying he didn't have anywhere to land, but he's clearly stepped on Cart Talarok here.
I think that was definitely an unnecessary move from the veteran, and really that yellow booking.
Pwede mong masabi, Cam, na sinuwerte pa siya dun. Nadilaw lang nabigay sa kanya.
Little disappointed with that move, Jing, to be honest. We have a veteran of that quality, and he can do better than those unnecessary fouls against his defenders.
Here we have, it's less a game and more of a battle between these two.
Battle it is, Jing. Right now, there's so much energy between two teams, so it's a matter of being able to be composed, to stay composed, and really move that ball away from each other.
So now, Clarino and Schrock both walking the tightrope for over 70 minutes. Spreading the ball to Talarok. Medyo nasobrahan lang.
Composed move there by Villarreal, where he was able to chip the ball over his over one Taguig players, and the ball is still in.
Oof. Lovely. Short passing mula sa Taguig to get them out of that tight space. Amita and Schrock linking up well. Custodio trying to rake that diagonally. Nahanap yung takbo ni Hiraishi.
That effort well worth the run, because they do win a corner kick. I believe they're third of the match.
Napakita ni Matthew Custodio yung range of passing, even from the center back position. What a tight contest. 20 minutes in, so much going on already. Lamita, bit of skill to create some space. Davao able to clear. All the way back to Camarad, who's under pressure. Well worked. Goodness me, Reynald Villarreal came flying in. Yellow card. Tutosme cleaned out on that play. Nawala ng preno si Reynald Villarreal. Let's have a look at this. Oh, the foot was up. It did not make contact, but certainly a lot of the body. Oh. Clifford Daipuet has his hands full.
That's a dangerous challenge there by Villarreal. Again, he is lucky to get a yellow card booking there kasi nakakatakot yung ulo na ito. And with the cleats up, it makes you question if that was a necessary action by him because the ball was showing that it was heading its way out.
Buckle up, folks. This is gonna get intense. We're not even halfway through this opening half. And already 3 bookings. Dalawa para sa Davao, isa para sa Taguig. You've seen a couple chances, perhaps.
The chances here are mostly from one Taguig where they have had a couple of shots on goal. Meanwhile, Davao Aguilas has been a little bit threatening and have created some half chances but have not really made their presence felt in the half of one Taguig.
Nakikita natin yung possession. Clearly on the side of Taguig. Eric Gallantes losing out momentarily. Villarreal getting involved. Kailangan mag-ingat dito ni Reynald Villarreal.
He did come out with his feet or his cleats up again. Kaya when I'm against players like that, you sort of ride the momentum that they're going and try to win fouls as much as possible, especially when I'm near the penalty box.
Siguro may mga 3 na siyang kakampi na pinagsabihan na siya dito. Kalma lang. Shimamura. A late challenge on Daisuke Sato.
Daiso Sato showing his skill there, being so quick to avoid 2-3 one Taguig players, but in that moment na natamaan siya. At now we have a free kick for Davao Aguilas.
Trying to play quickly there to the left flank. Slight touch mula kay Yusuke Onoki. Hasn't been really involved quite yet. Schrock cutting inside. Tutosme. Schrock's just drifting into the middle, dragging defenders with him. Trying to thread the ball was Custodio. Nilalabas nila patungo kay Arnel Lamita. Switching the play. Another lovely ball mula kay Custodio patungo kay Hiraishi. Clever exchange. Looking for Tuason. Endure now skying for that. Ang bilis. Not caught out. Taguig applying the pressure. Davao always asking the question, can you break us down? So far this season, nobody's been able to say yes.
think that's an accomplishment as a team where you've played 5 games, and that's 5 clean sheets for Dini Otara. And the strength of the goalkeeper is the strength of his backline as well.
Pacholo Bugas nasa stadium ngayong gabi. Kakatapos na ng season sa Cambodia. At si Pacholo Bugas, of course, nagiging regular na para sa Philippine men's national football team, even at such a young age. Has proven to be a very influential player. And it's good to see him here enjoying the action.
And he is one of the players that has grown through the local grassroots system and is a product of how successful we can make football players here in our country.
Omey looking for Clarino. Well guarded there by Gallantes, who's now under pressure. Back and forth. A lot of it a battle in midfield. Pass was cut out. Any side that you feel has the advantage here in this first half?
Definitely Taguig has shown that they are on the ball a lot, and you could see that they're trying. So in terms of the physical battles, they try to win it as much as possible. And again here, another challenge, heavy on this right side of Davao Aguilas and the left side of Taguig.
Stefan Schrock involved in that. Pull back. Kontra kay Cart Talarok. Siya yung naapakan kanina. Ngayon, ito na naman.
I think with players like Talarok, you really have to do everything you can to stop him. And again, unnecessary.
Was there a kick out from Cart here? You'll see. As he goes down, look at Talarok's left foot. Ooh, hello.
I think a little show of frustration there by Talarok.
That went unseen, however, and did go unpunished.
I think that's crucial. That in that moment, hindi siya nabigyan ng card, pero it makes you question if this kind of behavior and intensity carries out, or unhinged intensity carries out into the game. How will this affect how the rest of the 60 minutes will be for this game? We've seen a lot of battles for sure in the past 30 minutes, but now it asks you the question. These are two teams who are very experienced in their own right, but seem to be struggling with the composure when they finally have the ball.
How much heat can you handle? This game is asking it. Players on the pitch are prepared. It's gonna get spicy today. Davao now with an opportunity off the chest of Quincy Camerad. Coming out of nothing. Getting the best chance of the match.
Definitely a big save there by Camerad, where he did save it. He was big in that moment, and he saved that shot from his chest. And two Davao Aguilas players there ready to pounce on the rebound, but the defense of Taguig was quick to clear the ball out.
Tuason battling with Clarino. Clarino getting distance on it. Star Polaris, the official match ball of the Philippines Football League. Little touch from behind. Let's have a look at the best chance of the game so far. Missed clearance at bumagsak yung bola. Yusuke getting a clean look at goal.
Gallantes there quick to clear the ball out and really potentially save this team a goal for this match.
Giveaway mula kay Shock. Onoki giving chase. Nananahimik si Onoki buong laro. And all of a sudden he's come alive and almost opened the scoring. For all of the possession that Taguig has had, they haven't been able to manufacture openings such as that one.
Yeah, they did. Unoki was able to show his composure, and that really just shows us what a small moment of composure can do for a team, especially when your opponents are so high up in the intensity level. Just being able to calm down and slow down the momentum and really pick out your shot will make a difference for this game.
Spreading it out wide. Schrock versus Clarino. Finding a pocket of space. Schrock lifts it. It's a wonderful goal for Yannick Tuason. One Taguig open the scoring. Wonderfully worked. Stefan Schrock putting it on a plate. Yannick Tuason, the finisher.
Yannick Tuason showing his finishing prowess there, where in the first 30 minutes, he was knocking on the door with 2 forward runs. And in this moment, he was just there, ready. And Stefan Schrock showing composure to pick that cross out and pick Tuason off for that wonderful goal.
Take a look at it one more time. It's the first goal Davao have conceded in this 2024 PFL.
I think that was basically a free header, Jing. It was a header that was unchallenged in just a moment where the defense line of Davao Aguilas switched off. It cost them a goal.
There were so many white shirts inside the box actually, and the lone red shirt got to it.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, hindi siya sa numbers, but really how tight you mark your players, lalo na pag nasa harap ka ng goal.
Stefan Schrock showing what he's about. He's been heavily involved in this half.
And when we talked about composure, in that moment, he was able to show that he was composed, and it really paid off because he picked out that pass. And again, football is a game of moments, and he won that moment for himself and the team.
Honestly, I think he's enjoying himself right now. This is the reason why he is unretired, to get into battles like this.
Ito na nga yung sinasabi ni Coach Giovanni na Stefan Schrock is one of the key players for this match, a leader in his own right, experienced player. And he was able to contribute an assist for his team.
Tried to get stuck into him early on, see if he'll get rattled, but as you say, he is a veteran. Shimomura saying he got clipped there.
And Otario just said, get up. Wala yun.
Shimomura trying to make the most of nothing there. And now Davao Aguilas needing to come from behind for the first time.
And that's their first goal conceded after 5 games, Jing.
An unfamiliar position para kay Coach Aber in this season anywhere. As we send you over pitch side with Nina Alvia.
Earlier, it was mentioned that the mentality of consistency is a strength Davao Aguilas has. And prior to the match, sinabi kasi ni Coach Aber Luzgal that this league is actually a battle of how consistent you are and how you're able to maintain that, which is why actually rarely any adjustments are made as they go from game to game so far. In previous matches, he said that since the beginning, they prepare to go up against the top teams to get ready for everyone, and it remains the same today. And he knows that they just have a high work rate and good team management. There isn't a specific challenge for today as every game is unpredictable, but as always, he relies on what they've done in training, and now as they're down by 1, let's see if that work ethic will be put to action to combat one Taguig's grit to bounce back from last weekend. Jing and Cam?
Thank you so much, Nina. There's only so much you can do to prepare for one Stefan Schrock, however. That's what they're learning.
Stefan Schrock showing his knowledge and experience there. He really is enjoying himself.
You can be disciplined, you could be organized, but from time to time, may makakalaban kang player na may abilidad na magbigay ng konting magic sa pitch. And that little moment of brilliance, that little separation mula kay Clarino, have made all the difference so far in this very, very tight game.
Moment of brilliance indeed, and it's exciting to see what else he has in store. And Davao Aguilas now in a position where they are down 1 goal, and baka dito, ito yung goal na kailangan nila para lumabas ulit ang kanilang underdog mentality.
Talarok. Back to Sato. That's Shoma Sato. Now an opportunity for Davao to have a bit of possession. They haven't really been able to hold on to the ball. And Clifford Daipuyat, I'm saying there was no foul there. He is allowing the game to run as smoothly as possible. He's going to let the boys play. Custodio, this time Davao switching it up a little bit and showing high to disrupt the center backs. It's paid off here. Clarino cutting inside. Stepping over. Endure is bundled over. No whistle. Given away. Richard Talarok. Can he find a teammate? Easily picked off. Ingreso with his head up. Shimomura. Nahanap si Hiraishi. Hindi nakabalik. Davao picking up the intensity.
Interesting here how Taguig is just sitting back and allowing Davao Aguilas to have the ball, and Davao for the first time is on the front foot now in terms of possession. Sila naman yung magbe-breakdown ng isang Taguig defense line.
Amongst the questions that lingers is that how long can you keep that type of intensity? And as we're closing in on halftime, we're getting a sense that perhaps both sides are looking to take their foot off the pedal a little bit here. Both teams happy to just breathe a little bit.
Yeah, earlier on it was an exchange of heated battles between bodies of Davao Aguilas and Taguig. Now they're moving the ball more and now playing more football.
Looking for Tuason, knocks it down for Gallantes. He's tripped up. Clifford Daipuyat not interested. So Omei cleaned out by Shimomura.
And he knows it. I mean, yes, I know. I did that contact.
A stern warning mula kay Clifford Daipuyat. Ito makikita natin ulit. No intention for the ball there. So Omei, one of the coolest cats out there. No change in expression after it was a cynical foul. Endure. Gets it forward, Cart Talarok. And it's good help mula kay Arnel Amita, who was tracking back. Schrock under pressure. Ball is out. Nananatili kasama ng Taguig yung bola.
Ito ulit yung nakikita natin. Clarino laban si Schrock. But this time, so much higher up on the pitch for Clarino.
It's just going to be a throw-in. They're looking for a foul. And that gives a sense of the bar of physicality that's being allowed in this game. Ingreso. Lifts it.
Ingreso really being that grounding anchor in the midfield. Just being in pockets of space and being patient. Kailan niya ipapasa palikod, kailan ba niya ipapasa para sa mga wingers niya sa harap. We can see him here just floating around, and you know, as a center midfielder, you don't always have to be moving. You just have to be, again, in those pockets like he is again right now.
The flick was well spotted by Reynald Villarreal. It's been solid to a degree. Reynald Villarreal certainly hasn't allowed too much around him.
Yeah, Villarreal has been in different renditions of the league, so he is familiar with.
Inside their own half,
Yep.
Talarok unafraid.
Cheeky and brave from Talarok there, really showing his attacking prowess.
Here he is once more, getting forward. Endure. Skipping past. So Omei and Clarino in support on the right side. Matthew Custodio just booting it away. Let's have a look at the nice work here of Davao. Tight area.
Talarok there showing his skill and composure.
Little payback there for the foul earlier on.
And the step on his back.
Ito, throw in para kay OJ Clarino. Mukhang hinahanda nila dito. Directed to the box. Can he threaten for here? It's a bit of a looper. It's knocked on. Quincy Camarad will collect it with ease. Two minutes to go. What has been a thoroughly entertaining half of football between Taguig and the Davao Aguilas, UMak.
One Taguig now ahead of Davao Aguilas, 1-0. And again, Schrock finding himself entangled with the Davao Aguilas defenders.
It's got to be pretty close now. Stefan Schrock.
There's only so much arguing and pushing and physicality you can do as a player before you do start getting punished.
He's already on a yellow, if we recall. Clear push. Look at that.
Again, a player of his quality, he is better than that. And he needs to be smarter in these moments kasi nga, may yellow card na siya. So another yellow card would merit a red card, meaning he would have to step out of the field and cost his team a player.
Pushed forward by Omei. Quincy Camarad off his line. And perhaps ang nakikita natin dito mula kay Stefan Schrock is a lesson in how he manages the officials as well. Had a little chat there with Clifford Daipuyat, minimizing the damage done. But he is playing with fire.
It's a dangerous position to be, but also with fire, it can work for you. So let's see, with 1 minute left in open play, I think the smarter move right now is really be a little bit more composed.
Into added time. We've got 2 minutes left. Sato, soft header. Space for Omei. Has a look around. Opts to go short with Sapal. Lilipat nila sa gawing kanan para kay Clarino. Enjoying a lot more of the ball now, Davao Aguilas. Sato. Richard Talarok. Medyo nakawala sa kanya yung bola. Arnel Amita quick to pounce. Mas mabilis din siyang nabawian. Last opportunity here for Davao. Clip from behind. Mahmoud Ali drawn in.
And that is a free kick for Davao Aguilas, which is a good position close to the penalty box of Taguig. It can be their chance to equalize for this match before they head into halftime.
That's a gift para sa Davao Aguilas. Dahil nahihirapan din naman sila gumawa ng chances in open play. So here they have an opportunity to push bodies forward. And we'll see what they're able to do. In a similar position, Omei went for the driven ball that didn't quite pan out for them. And we'll see what he opts for here.
There's a little bit of entanglement there with Villarreal and Ingreso. And players making it hard for their defenders.
Omei, meanwhile, just stalling until the nonsense is over. Now the ball is delivered. Chance here in front of goal. What a miss.
What an opportunity there for Davao Aguilas, who was quick to confuse the defenders and really caught Taguig sleeping, and Taguig's loss of focus in that moment could have cost them a goal, and they went unpunished.
Couldn't have asked for a better opportunity in front of goal. Shoma Sato leaving the chance begging there. But in the end, it's Taguig who entered the break with the advantage, and what has been an incredible game so far dito sa Rizal Memorial Stadium at halftime. Davao Aguilas trailing Taguig 1-0. We're going to be taking a short break. Don't go anywhere. Quick breather. We'll be right back.
The passion, the power, the Philippines Football League on the rise. Use the hashtag PFL 2024, hashtag PFL on the rise, hashtag support local football.
Welcome back. 1-0 between Taguig and Davao Aguilas UMak at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. What a game we have here on our hands, with Taguig making a statement against a side that has been unbreakable so far this season. Scorer Yannick Tuason, the difference so far. How would you describe this game so far, Cam?
This game has been nothing less but intense, Jing. With you describing it earlier as a battle, it has been so physical and so intense. But really what has proved the difference for Taguig is that they've shown that they can be intense. But it was in the moment of composure that they were able to score that goal that put them in front.
Look at this, all of the clashes that we are seeing, particularly busy on this near side with Shrock, Clarino, and Talarok. But Davao had a moment here to almost break the deadlock with a fantastic opportunity up front for Yusuke Onoki. But this was the moment of brilliance, the difference between the two sides. Stefan Shrock teeing up Yannick Tuason for the opener. And what a big goal that is for Taguig and their title hopes this season.
Tuason, after he just had that header, stunned the defense line because nakita nga natin ang dami nila. There are 6 white shirts in front of the goal, and yet they left one Taguig player unmarked.
Meanwhile, for Taguig, or for Davao rather, they tried to respond in a big way. And look at this, right before halftime, right in front of goal, all alone, managed to sky it there. Sato with a fantastic opportunity. Let's take a look at the statistics. So close in terms of possession. 2 shots, 3 for Davao. Look at this. It's an extremely tight game, and the numbers show it.
And as we see, the story of the statistics is that there has been a minimum number of shots on goal, but Taguig has been crucial and critical to get that goal in front with 1 shot on target, and that being their only goal for the match.
And now we've got an opportunity to check in pitch side with Nina Alvia.
In addition, the result tonight won't just be an addition to the points, but a reflection of who they really are. It's really been an aggressive first half so far here at Rizal, but for Taguig, it would be a testament to the experience many of their seasoned veterans provided. For Davao Aguilas, this would remove their self-proclaimed underdog title as they further cement themselves into the league. But we still have 1 more half to go at bilog ang bola, kaya abangan natin kung sinong mananalo today.
Maraming salamat, Niñas. Talagang ang laki na nakataya dito sa larong ito between Taguig and Davao. And we've got 45 minutes to settle it. So many battles, and as we like to describe it, so much gunpowder out there on the pitch, and it is threatening to be sparked once again. Lots of spicy moments so far already.
And Davao Aguilas here has to step up their offense a little bit more. They've shown that they can be a defensive threat, but the question now lies that if they want to win this game, they would need to be more effective in their attacks.
Surprisingly, no, mas marami silang shots kaysa sa Taguig, who actually seemed like they were dictating how this match played out. It goes to show that they do have a bit of incisiveness to them.
They do want Taguig showing their 100% goal completion rate. And again, they are threatening there with Gallantes finding himself in a position very high on the pitch.
One thing we have to keep an eye on, of course, is that side of Clarino and Shrock. Both players walk in the tightrope. We might see a red card here today. Reynald Villarreal also in the referee's book.
Yes, it is a fine line between aggressiveness and also carelessness. So these two teams would need to show their experience and their smartness in where they do their fouls.
Given how tight this match has been, pag nagkaroon ng numerical advantage ang isang koponan, it could spell disaster for the team that goes down to 10.
You know, the game so close like this, it really is going to be a game of moments where really just 1 goal, 1 pass, 1 moment where you just switch off, that can cost a goal for your team.
Mahmoud Ali taking his time here. Trying to clear the lines with that. Matthew Custodio missing. Almost punished there by Cart Talarok.
Talarok, as we've seen in the first 45 minutes, has been threatening in the attack. As in, the way he has been pressing his defenders, the cheekiness in his movements. Diba nakita nga natin na nag-nutmeg siya in his own goal. So those are the skills that he has as a player, and he can show his quality when given the chance.
He showed a side of feistiness as well, and it's not an easy flank that he's playing on. Eric Gallantes and Stefan Schrock, his direct rivals.
You can see here now, Nano Amita just managing the play. Usually Amita is finding himself in center midfielder, but here he is just being that grounding force in the center midfielder. Now looking to distribute.
Didn't get an opportunity to talk much about Arnel Amita in that first half, but certainly amongst those that stood out in the opening 45, and that was a great ball into the box by Hiraishi.
Sato just proving that why he is there in the center defense, really anchoring his team, making sure that he cleared that ball out of the penalty box.
Great work mula kay Endure, getting it out wide to Talarok. Goes for the shot. And that's safely into the chest of Quincy Camerad. Let's have a look at it here. Great piece of skill mula kay Talarok.
Talarok, they're really trying, and he is really a player for Taguig to watch because his intent, the way he presses, the way he brings the ball, kitang-kita na gusto niya makakontribute, gusto niya manalo.
Villarreal catching Eric Gallantes. Isa yun sa mga binanggit natin na pangalan na talagang kailangan mag-ingat dito sa second half with just 5 minutes in.
Ito na yung physicality, lumalabas na ulit.
Doesn't have many more of those in the bank. Reynald Villarreal, even just the touch fouls, may get booked for accumulation. Gallantes has it taken away. Talarok.
So good from Talarok to really just have that composure and find that split pass between Gallantes and Schrock. That's not easy, Jing, when you are against two players like that.
Ingreso. Getting it forward, Hiraishi. Gets past one. Got Richard Talarok to commit there. Game picking up from where it left off in terms of intensity.
Right off the bat, two teams trying to get the front foot. Davao Aguilas trying to equalize. At the same time, Taguig not wanting to stop at one.
Play on. What a battle it's been between Schrock and Clarino today. Omei gets it to Endure. On the turn. Well spotted there.
I think Davao Aguilas has been finding it difficult to maneuver past the high press of Taguig, wherein they need to support each other faster kasi kung hindi, andun kagad yung Taguig to really press and try and recover the ball from them as quick as possible.
Sato playing it down the line. Room in the middle. Talarok. Inoki. Richard Talarok now. Gets it out wide. Cart. It's gonna fall to Clarino. Looking for a teammate. He's gonna go for it. Left-footed. Falls for Omei. Lifting it now. Headed by Ali Mahmoud. And a collision inside the box as Clarino went for it. got to the ball first.
What a good spell there by Davao Aguilas, where they really maintained their composure, trying to break down the Taguig defense and almost equalizing.
Look at that, OJ Clarino. No hesitation, went for it. Naiwan dun para kay OJ. He still had so much work to do. It gets back up here after this block from Ali. Oof. It's gonna be a corner kick.
Really, the play started with the Talarok brothers making that play, making the difference for the team.
You see that? Another sneaky one from Davao, playing it on the ground. Almost panned out for them.
And Onoki, a silent player, we've seen him not really necessarily in the middle of action, but when he is given the chance, he can be effective and he can make those moments more effective for his team.
Trying to stifle Taguig's build-up here. Tosme winning the header. Sapal. Talarok losing his footing at the crucial moment.
Unfortunate.
Ingreso slowing it down. Custodio. Been so good at that all game long. Hiraishi! So close.
Matthew Custodio showing again his range of pass, where he was able to skip the three lines of Davao Aguilas and really setting his teammate up to have a chance on goal. And very lucky for Davao Aguilas there that goal didn't go in.
Nakita mo doon yung frustration ni Richard Talarok. Hiraishi burnt him for pace and stayed in front of him. Got the shot away clean. A warning fire from Taguig.
Really, the quality of that finish. Low-driven balls are so hard, especially for Dini Otara, who is a little bit more bigger in stature, and it's really hard to get down low to save those kinds of balls.
And Davao have been on the back foot. And they've got more problems now with Patrick Grog entering the match. He's going to be replacing Stefan Schrock, who's been on a booking. Instrumental has been Stefan Schrock tonight with a crucial assist for Yannick Tuason. What a game for the veteran. Still a big man for the big occasion, and now he's being replaced by one of the most exciting talents in the PFL, Patrick Grog.
Stefan Schrock looking there, very happy with his performance, getting high fives, and a salute even at the end from his teammates. He knew he had one role and he was able to do it.
Ito yung mga tipong laro that you miss the most when you retire. And you can see he's relishing the occasion, really enjoying himself, getting stuck in. Tsukasa getting a yellow card here for his challenge on Dini Owatara.
When we talk about Stefan Schrock and enjoying the game, you know, as you get older and your role sort of evolves more, you become like that grounding factor for your team na, okay, we can be intense when we want to, but at the same time, we play best.
You know, naiwan yung paa.
Maybe an unnecessary exchange of words there from Sato.
Oh, that looks a lot dirtier on the replay, actually. And perhaps those words were merited from Daisuke Sato. Just telling him that was he saw what happened there, essentially. Shimomura with a yellow. Been a few collisions and exchanges where yellow cards may have not been enough. Cam.
And it seems like they aren't threatened with the cards and the bookings, that even after they've been booked a yellow, the level of intensity of physicality hasn't dropped. In fact, parang stick to the plan sila. Na hanggang dulo, hindi. Ito yung game plan natin.
Unang substitution ngayon para kay Coach Aber. Rusgal, Ibrahima, Endure, papalitan. And ang hero nung last game na si Uriel Dalapo scored a fantastic goal against Stallion Laguna. Could he be the source of inspiration once more para sa Davao Aguilas?
Ibrahima Noor is replaced by player number 11.
He's got over 30 minutes to make an impact tonight.
Dalapo was the force that Davao Aguilas needed in the previous game versus Stallions, where he did score the goal that lifted the team in the last 2 minutes of regular time, in the 88th minute. So this just shows what he's able to do.
Talarok looking to dance into an opening. Sato winning that ball.
This is a little bit better from Davao Aguilas now, who's showing their urgency to score, because they again have been defensive, but now they're feeling the urgency to do equalize because they are down 1 goal.
Dalapo getting it inside to Talarok. Couldn't control. Patrick Grog. His first touch. Couldn't get it back from Ingreso. Ome looking to thread that one. Nobody running in behind.
Crucial interception there by Sato, where he really picked out the pass to find his teammate Ome, and unfortunately the play didn't pan out, but I'm liking more what I see now from Davao Aguilas.
Great tussle. Won by Sato. Sapal asked to get up. Clean mula kay Ingreso. Star Polaris, our official match ball here in the PFL. Sato and Tuason getting involved. And now Kevin Ingreso and Daisuke Sato getting entangled. And Kevin Ingreso taking really riled up here.
You can't say we're not surprised, Jing, with the way that these teams have been at each other's necks the past 60 minutes. And in this moment, there are 2 leaders being head-to-head. And some physicality has just gone way overboard in this moment.
And Ingreso and Daisuke Sato making up here. They've gotten involved. Medyo nagkainitan. Yung dalawang magkaibigan, ito makikita natin. Tuason and Sato needing to be separated. And then Ingreso getting involved. And that was a touch to the face. So you wonder what Clifford Daipuyat's going to do here. It looks like it's just going to be a yellow.
It's a big task now for our referee, Clifford Daipuyat, because, again, you do, as an officiating match, have to manage the heat between these 2 teams, and really with 30 minutes left on the clock, it is getting a little bit too intense.
It's been yellow carded here, Daisuke Sato. And I believe Kevin Ingreso has been yellow carded as well. So a flurry of yellows. It's been a lot in this match.
It's only a matter of time, Jing, where one of the players who are on yellows can sort of double their card, and that's not a position where they want to be, especially in a tight match like this.
Both players getting yellow carded. Do you feel that was fair in that exchange?
I thought that was absolutely unnecessary. It really just escalated from one moment, diba, to a moment between 2 players, tapos biglang the whole team was involved. So, again, unnecessary, and these are experienced players who should be keeping their cool, even if the game is intense. But that's me. I'm a women's football player. It's different around our parts.
Definitely getting heated out there between these two sides. It's no surprise, really, as it kicked off in this manner. Unoke. Shimomura getting it to Ingreso.
Ingreso brilliant with that turn to allow them to transition to attack. And we see Gallantes now on the wing.
Tuason touching it. Minsan lang natin nakikita si Kevin Ingreso na really worked up. It's quite fascinating that it happened with Daisuke Sato. Trying to keep it in play here just beyond Uriel Dalapo.
It's a good moment for Dalapo to build up his confidence. Sure ako na pag nangyari ulit yung play na yon, he will be more ready and he'll be more prepared.
.26 and change left in this game. Taguig holding on to their advantage. They haven't been able to trouble Dini Owatara yet in this second half. But here they come, Hiraishi playing out on the left flank now. Easily cut out. Sato brings it forward. Ome trying to release Dalapo on the left side. Two balls on the pitch. Talarok trying to flick that into the path of Onoki.
Really, they've been so tricky, these Talarok brothers, that you really have to stay switched on to them because you don't know what tricks they have up on their sleeves.
Reynald Villarreal. Shot was smothered. And now it's Eric Gallantes trying to break free. And Clarino is called for the foul. He's frustrated there. Thought he'd won the ball cleanly. Custodio again, another diagonal. This time well read by Sato.
It really has been one of his strengths, Custodio, with his long diagonal balls that distribute and make a difference for his team, Taguig.
Lovely bit of football here from Taguig.
Just like poetry, Jing. Right, left, supporting each other, being on top of the ball, being on the ball as much as possible.
There's room to work with here. Dalapo using his pace, getting past one, and got entangled. Dotosme called for the foul.
It was clear that Dotosme tried to do a body block against Dalapo, but it was a little bit too much for referee Clifford Daipuyat.
You see there, Dalapo trying to evade the contact. Dotosme doing his best to ensure Dalapo could not get through. But he's such a handful, Uriel Dalapo. The power, the pace.
When you talk about power, nakita natin just in his stride after every push, he does have that stride which is threatening, and that he almost beat two players from the Taguig defense. Again, Davao, Aguilas finding themselves in a position where, again, it is threatening, and right before halftime, they found themselves in a moment where they weren't able to capitalize in front of the goal. So I'm curious to see how they can convert this chance for themselves.
So Omei over the ball. Can he find a white shirt inside the box here? Lovely ball! Saved by Quincy Camerad. Daisuke Sato, point blank.
Just the technique on that ball where you could see the ball spin and really set Sato up for his chance. And Sato, really, he wouldn't be able to sleep after that chance of the game.
Pero corner kick dito. Ingreso with the header away. Cartalarok under pressure. Good defensive work there from Patrick Grog. Ito makikita natin yung chance ni Sato. So close. And Quincy Camerad, a big stop.
We saw what that could have meant for Davao Aguilas, the frustration from Sato that he wasn't able to convert that goal, that clear-cut chance that they've been so close to having these past 68 minutes of open play.
Ingreso. Losing out. Ball over the top, looking for Dalapo. And Mahmoud Ali dealing with the danger. Time not on the side of the Davao Aguilas. But they are on the front foot now. Floated ball in behind. Cartalarok. Able to breathe. And that's lovely work from Tsukasa. So Omei with a tackle to keep Taguig in their own half.
So May has been working hard the past 70 minutes for his team, where he has really been solid, and really, really good performance from So May.
Inching forward. Such an even contest, Cam.
It has been even, and this is really with 20 minutes left of the second half that Davao Aguilas has to really dig deep.
We've got an opportunity now to send you over pitch side with Nina Alvia.
With the current score, it seems like Taguig has definitely learned from their mistakes in the previous weekend. This past week, the team was reminded by Coach Giovanni Villagracia of the little nuances football is known to have. He references that in their previous matchup against Dynamic Herb Cebu, that they may have had more possession, but Dynamic Herb was able to score against them, still resulting in them losing the match. And especially for this game, Coach Giovanni wants them to be more direct with what is happening at the current moment. And with this, he does entrust the team to be more opportunistic when it's necessary. Jing and Cam?
Maraming salamat, Nina. What an opportunity while that report was taking place for Dalapo. He took it with the outside of his foot and it just curled inches wide.
Davao Aguilas really knocking on the door. It is a unique challenge for them to stay composed and not...
Here we go. Red card, and that's direct for Tsukasa Shimomura.
Words being exchanged now between So and Tsukasa.
It was already on a yellow, and now that was a direct red. 10 men now for Taguig. They lose out on the services of one of their main attackers. He is arguing that he did not deserve to be sent off. Hindi yun yung pangalawang yellow, ha? Straight red yun. Clifford Daipuyat was very close to the action, and it's because nakataas yung paa. It looked like he was going for the stamp, but in the end it was the knees that collided, it looked like. And of course, it looked like it was Sato who took a tumble.
And that looked very painful because he was in mid-air when that strong challenge was given by Tsukasa, and really unfortunate from Taguig, but really it is not surprising that a red card has been given in this match.
One more look at it. In real time, ayun kasi, yung approach, yung initial approach, delikado eh.
Parang pa-player yung approach niya eh. Wala yung bola masyado.
And Kevin Ingreso, quick to defend. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another sending off here today. Ooh, penalty! That
A big chance for Davao Aguilas right now.
unbelievable. Joshua Dutosme into the back of Onoki. Let's have a look at it here. Missed the ball and came crashing into the back of Onoki.
I think it was that shove that really sent and merited that penalty kick against Taguig.
Daisuke Sato almost in prayer here as Davao have the opportunity. There's a lot of pushing and shoving inside the box right now as they try to put So Ome off. And there it is. Penalty for you, Cam?
To me, that's tight, Jing. I think the fact that there were two defenders on him, it did merit a penalty kick in my eyes.
Daisuke Sato, who's gonna take it here for Davao? It looks like it's gonna be Yusuke Unoki. What a moment. An opportunity to tie for Davao Aguilas. Can they level the score here? They're a man up, and they've just gotten a penalty. So much on the line here. Yusuke Unoki buries it. Perfectly taken penalty. 1-1.
An incisive penalty from Davao Aguilas. Unoki during the whole game has been that calm, like source of calmness within the team, and we can see them right now huddling together, saying that they still are in this match. With 15 minutes left, ang dami pang pwede mangyari, Jim.
15 minutes to go. Anybody's ball game. Look at this. No chance. Side netting atang tinamaan ni Yusuke. Hard and low. So difficult to stop.
Just the composure there in that moment with a lot on the line, and for him to spell that difference and make that difference for his team. Really.
Clean challenge mula kay Eric Gallantes. It's about digging deep now. Chance here for Taguig. They're onside. Davao heading the other way now. Room for Ome. Got runners. They step on the brakes here. Talarok keeping it tidy. Sapal. Trying to get it out wide to Clarino.
Davao Aguilas showing what they can do on the ball, and the ability to string passes in that moment where 6-7 passes were strung together just shows what they can do pa, and we sort of have been missing that kind of connection from Davao Aguilas, and now with 15 minutes left of the game, it is ripe for them to keep doing that.
Composure so important in this particular moment. After going down to 10 men, they gave up a penalty to Taguig. And now they got to regroup and find a way to settle back into this match.
Ito yung sinasabi natin, Jing, at sinabi ng pitchside reporter natin sa Ninya na bilog nga ang bola. Anything can happen, and just in the span of probably 30 seconds, Taguig went from 1 up to now being level with Davao Aguilas.
And importantly, they're finishing this match with a man down.
I think if I were to want the gig right now, with Davao Aguilas being one of the stronger contenders left for them to go against in this league, talagang nothing left for them to lose. Talagang really have to dig deep and give everything they got because they can.
Ball over the top, looking for the run of Sapal. Brought out Quincy Camerad. Ingreso. Looking for a bit of calm. Taguig. And that's behind Hiraishi. Turn mula kay Dalapo. He's trying to keep it in play, just lost his footing. Uriel Dalapo. Again, flashes of brilliance from the winger. Just couldn't keep it in play here.
Dalapo showing what he's about, where he is brought on to this game as a game changer, and I believe he has been able to do that. Na pagkatapos siya pinasok sa game, tsaka nadagdagan yung attack ni Davao Aguilas.
Set piece now, free kick. Can they cause troubles here? They've come close on several occasions from free kicks. This one in front of Camerad. Flag raised.
Camerad here has really been has stepped up really big for his team, Taguig, where he has made at least 3 crucial saves to keep his team in the game.
So after being a goal ahead, ito nakikita natin, 11 shots para sa Davao, 3 lamang para sa Taguig. How quickly things have changed. Patrick Grog. Ingreso. Naghahanap ng puwang. Amita. Hindi nahanap si Hiraishi. Dalapo. Launching it forward. Custodio doing enough there to put off Unoki. And after being ahead in this match, Cam, all of a sudden, not only is the match level, but they are holding on here, Taguig.
It is difficult to be 1 man down with only 10 minutes to go and needing to score to get that 3 points that they really need for this game. So it is a challenge for them now to really dig deep, support each other, and be clinical and effective in attack.
Ito na naman si Dalapo, and that's a fantastic tackle mula kay Matthew Custodio. And they set free Hiraishi. A one-on-one against Sato. Ball into the box! Taguig threatening. Still hunting the 3 points. Taguig, they need it to stay in this title race. But they also don't want to lose the opportunity at least a point. Dalapo getting past Ali, but couldn't get past the Tosme.
Dalapo there really stepping up for his team, Davao Aguilas, where in the more successful attacks of Davao Aguilas, we have found the ball on his side, na talagang siya yung nagdadala ng play na yun.
Another bit of brilliance here mula kay Uriel Dalapo. Alusot kay Mahmoud Ali, but the toss me quick to pounce, and here comes the substitution. Yannick Tuason disappointed that he's being pulled out. Papalitan siya dito ni Izzeldin El Habib. Perhaps just looking for more of a target man up front. Itong Taguig, somebody to hold up the play. Sapal chesting that only to Eric Gallantes. Patrick Grog. Kung may Dalapo ang Davao, si Patrick Grog naman para sa kupunan ng Taguig. Dalapo. Perhaps trying to take on one too many players. Crunch time now. A little over 6 minutes in regulation plus added time.
There will definitely be added time with the amount of fouls that were committed in this half, and at the same time, bookings that were made, and to be reminded.
Amita nicks in. Loses possession in the crucial moment. Sapal. Hinahanap yung takbo sa gawing kanan. Nakarating kay Cart. Talarok. Wala pang suporta sa loob ng box. And Matthew Custodio stepping in.
I'm a little surprised there by Davao Aguilas, where they were in a good position to potentially attack the defense line of Taguig, and yet there was no intent for his teammates to support him in that moment. Kaya makes you question what could have happened had Davao Aguilas shown a little bit more intent to get on the other side of that ball.
Could it be fatigue at this point? Just 5 minutes remaining, the intensity of the match. Might be some tired legs out there.
It has been a battle the past 85 minutes, so definitely fatigue plays into the factor here. But with the game on the line, it makes you question. And again, ito yung sinasabi natin, to dig deep.
O kaya, masaya na kaya sila dito sa draw kontra sa Taguig, haven't been behind? Or is it just time to find that little bit extra?
And definitely, I feel like it is the latter, where may kita mo na kaya pa nila, but it's a matter of wanting it. So Taguig here, what has been outstanding from them is even if they have been 10 men, may kita mo na they are still attacking. Gusto pa rin nila to really play this game out.
Ingreso. What a match for the Taguig captain. Exhibiting a bit of control here. No rush from Taguig. Sure, they'd like 3 points, but they also want to ensure that they stay in the game and hold on to this scoreline, especially as they are now a man behind. Knocked on by El Habib, showing why he's been brought into the match there.
And Grog there, quick to be in front of the ball to try and spell that difference for his team, Taguig. We did say that Grog is one of those players to watch out because of his attacking skills and ability to change the game. So with 4 minutes left of open play and probably added time, Grog is definitely a player to watch out for Davao Aguilas.
Clarino. He's booked just 12 minutes into this game, I believe. He's done well to stay out of the referee's eye line.
Yeah, he has calmed down a little bit after an intense and fierce first half.
Talarok. Natawagan ng offside. That must have been a tight one.
Well, nasa harap nga siya ng linesman natin. So tignan natin kung ano yung nakita ng ating assistant referee.
There's going to be a substitution here. Si Briseño. Marvin Jake papasok. Mukhang si Sapal ang papalitan. Joe Marie Sapal. Been an industrious shift in the middle.
Substitution from Davao Aguilas, UMak FC. Player number 8, Dominic Sapal is replaced by player number
Great game. Sapal in what was a feisty midfield battle.
Coach Aber entered this game telling his boys that the work rate has been high, and Sapal has been there really working hard in the midfield.
Custodia mabibigyan ng dilaw dito. Couldn't take any chances there as Clarino was bearing down into the box. A rare misstep for Matthew Custodio, who's had quite the match.
Matthew Custodio is definitely one of the key players of Taguig, where his presence has been so solid, and that he showed that he can defend but also at the same time distribute, and these are the qualities that you'd want in a center back position.
But it's another free kick here for Davao Aguilas.
Seems to be an in-swinger, with Davao Aguilas looking to take it with the left foot.
Bola ni Omei headed away. Hiraishi met by Sato. What a touch. So many red shirts back. Stop start. Looking to be more methodical here, Davao. Getting more of the ball now. Taguig being forced deeper into their own half. Unoki nabigyan ng yellow card for an off-the-ball incident.
'89th minute booking for Unoki. A yellow card that is unfortunate because, again, with 1 minute left of regular play, it begs the question if that was still necessary from the midfielder.
Just stuck his foot out. Not like it was Arnel Amita who was tripped up. And beneath that cool exterior, there's a man who's a little bit frustrated. And it happened right in front of the referee as well. And look at this. It's a Misa Bahadoran sighting. The legend himself coming onto the pitch to make a difference in added time.
Another player from Taguig who did come out of retirement, whose intent is really to get back and make himself the best possible version of a football player he can for his team, Taguig.
Magkakagulo kung magkaroon ng oportunidad si Misak Bahadoran na makascore sa larong ito. What shockwaves there would be. There is a foul here on OJ Clarino. A swing of the arm, and it's another red card. A second yellow for OJ. We were just talking about how he walked the tightrope so well.
What a game this is, Jing. Now reduced for both teams with 10 men against 10. Two red cards, a handful of yellow cards from both teams, and the physicality and aggressiveness of this match unmatched.
It was a shoulder to shoulder, and the arm got extended, and just like that, bit of a silly one there from OJ Clarino.
Taguig finding themselves in a good position. Again, a free kick that we know can spell the difference for them. Again, they do need this 3 points for themselves.
Wow.
Down
What
to
a
the
moment.
wire.
What a moment. In added time, in a great position. Ingreso and Arnel Amita over this one. Taguig have struggled to create in the second half. What a moment this would be if they could find a breakthrough. Amita loops it in. So close to finding Joshua Dutosme. Two minutes to go. Makikita natin dito yung intention ng Davao Aguilas. Hindi sila nagmamadali. That goes to show they're happy with the draw here.
Ito na yung sinasabi natin na game management, that with 2 minutes left, a minute and a half left of regular play, you would really just want to manage the game and keep it level.
Doing everything here, Shoma Sato to delay taking this goal kick. He's just wanting to get his yellow card, and he's got it. And now Dini Uwatara will have his turn. What a touch. El Habib, they're gonna get it to Patrick Krog. Daisuke Sato could get sent off here. He's been attacked. And this is getting ugly now. Daisuke Sato. It's getting ugly. Daisuke Sato on the ground in front of the bench of Taguig.
Just the heat between these two teams, unnecessary in the last 20 seconds, but I think this has just been the kind of momentum that's been building the whole 90 minutes, and really down to the wire, talagang physical till the end for both One Taguig and Davao Aguilas.
Sato here in danger of being sent off. It was a late challenge on Patrick Krog, and it happened right in front of the Taguig bench.
And again, Davao Aguilas is in a position to try to be smart because they do have still games coming up with the league still halfway done for them.
Endure getting involved as a substitute. It's going to be tough trying to figure out who deserves yellow cards after this.
What a match for Clifford Daipuyat and his assistant referees to really call the bookings. Kita natin dito si Sato at si Misag. A show of camaraderie in the moment. Gets nila. They've been through this.
Let's see it one more time here. Nice little exchange. Krog. And that was the moment. Medyo may paiwan ng konti si Daisuke Sato. Masama yung pagkabagsak ni Patrick Krog. And look at this, Jordan Jarvis with the push. And everybody looking to pile on Daisuke Sato. And Arnel Amita now getting involved with Dini Uwatara.
I think this is the time for Clifford Daipuyat to really blow that whistle because tapos na nga ang 4 minutes added time.
Yellow card para kay Daisuke Sato. Nabigyan siya dito ng red card. He's out of the game.
And out for the next game, Jing.
That's right. Daisuke Sato going out with class though. Handshakes to all the aggrieved parties. A hug with Giovanni Villagracia, burying the hatchet here. Even had a hug for Michael Barajas. He's apologized to the Taguig bench. And now he's just reminding that there was a person from the bench who had come on to give a push. And that perhaps was the booking.
And the list just keeps getting added on for all the yellow cards being thrown out from both benches.
Hindi na kailangan i-pocket ulit ni Clifford Daipuyat yung yellow card. Naka-rapid fire na yan.
I hope the person taking note of all the yellow cards is on it, because I think there has been at least 10 yellow cards given out to this game.
Now Daisuke Sato needing to hold his breath, as it was his foul at the edge of the area that could lead to a chance here for Taguig. One last roll of the dice as Davao are down to 9 men. It's headed goldwards, but it's out. And there is the final whistle from Clifford Daipuyat. The spoils are shared in a fiery contest at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. It finishes 1 apiece between Taguig and Davao Aguilas. Mahihirapan ka makahanap ng laro na mas intense pa dun sa nakita natin between these two sides over the course of 90 minutes.
If I was to describe this game in one word, intense would be the perfect word to sum it up. Intensity in terms of the physicality, but also the kind of aggression that was shown, and just with the yellow cards alone and the amount of red cards given in this match just shows what kind of game it was and what it meant to both teams to go head-to-head, head-on-head against each other.
You gotta love this. After an intense battle, both sets of players shaking hands and giving respect for a battle well fought.
I think high regards to Clifford Daipuyat, who really had a busy 90 minutes alongside his referees, where they had to manage till the end the kind of match that this turned out to be. But really, we were able to see pockets of brilliance with Taguig scoring ahead in the first half with a little moment of composure from Stefan Schrock to pick out his teammate Yannick Tuason to sink that ball into the net, and then a response from Davao Aguilas. Their moment of composure, which came after a red card being thrown against Taguig, and Davao having the opportunity to equalize in a penalty, which we saw Unoki was able to sink.
Difficult to say who's happier of the two sides, and perhaps, you know, a just result sa effort na ibinigay ng dalawang kupunan and to the level of performance that they both exhibited here. This is how it ends, and Davao Aguilas still undefeated in the Philippines Football League as they share the spoils here with a 1-1 draw.
A lot to be proud of for Davao Aguilas, and we can see that they're celebrating with their community here, who did make their presence felt all throughout the 90 minutes.
So they are still amongst the top of the standings, sharing 16 points alongside Stallion Laguna and Kaya FC Iloilo. Now let's send you over to Nina Alvia, who's got our moment man of the match.
Here with me is the moment man of the match, Yusuke Unoki. So Yusuke, the tensions were so high and it was quite aggressive actually. How were you able to cope with that?
Yeah, I'm so happy the first time the Mount Mochi. But yeah, we could win the game. So, but yeah, it's okay. The 1-1. We have to focus next game. Yeah, thank you.
So it was quite a slow start in the first half for you guys. What happened in halftime so that there was a mindset shift?
It's not gonna happen, but we have the fight back. So we need to stay the first time. The first half, then second half. So we have to go. Then coach say, go second half. He said, yeah.
Now, how do you feel going into the next game?
Yeah. So last one game, so against Stadium. Then today's game, so it was so busy. Then last 8 game, we don't know, but so have to focus. More.
Thank you so much and congratulations again to you and your team. Back to you.
Salamat Nina. Our moment man of the match, Yusuke Unoki. And a lot of fans who enjoyed the contest here today, as we have a look at Giovanni Villagracia and the rest of One Taguig, who look a little bit disappointed at the scoreline today. Of course, they were chasing all 3 points in order to stay in the title race. They really wanted to come back into the win column. But all in all, Cam, be difficult to be disappointed given how things transpired and that they still managed to get a point.
I mean, they did enter the match wanting to be motivated and wanting to win all those 3 points, and they did show that and make that statement, especially in the first half, that they really were on the front foot from the get-go, and that's a lot to be proud of for One Taguig, and understandable to be disappointed because they didn't get the goal that they wanted, but a lot to be proud of again for One Taguig.
Everybody watching this match, the title rivals included, will know that when they faced any of these two teams, it's not just going to be a game, a match, but it's going to be a battle out there on the pitch. And what a pleasure it was to call this match and to be so close to the intensity all throughout the 90 minutes. Fantastic, fantastic showcase here of the Philippines Football League, Cam.
So exciting with players stepping up, playing big for their team. We were able to see Camarad play big, have big saves. We were able to see Unoki have that composure to sink the ball in the penalty box. And again, so much passion in this moment. A little bit unnecessary in certain moments, but again, that's football, right?
Tempers certainly flared on a few occasions in this match. So many twists and turns along the way. And Davao Aguilas dug deep to get themselves back into a match that had so many flashpoints. Basing-basi yung mga card nitong si Clifford Davipuet ngayong araw. But it was this penalty mula kay Yusuke that got Davao back level in this game, and that's how it stood for the rest of the contest. It finished 10-9. That goes to show what kind of intensity we enjoyed in this contest.
Everybody was really kept on our toes, and it was a performance that both teams should be proud of. And individually, they can go home today and say that they have left everything out on the pitch. And really, everyone dug deep, and I'm happy that, you know, even if it was intense in this moment, this is the kind of intensity and passion that we want to see each team in the PFL show in every game that they have.
Ngayon may oportunidad tayong bumalik kay Nina Alvia, who's got a player from One Taguig.
Man of the match, Matthew Custodio. So the tensions were really so high and it was quite aggressive. How were you able to cope with that?
Well, that's part of football games, talaga, especially if both teams are fighting, you know, for a spot in the top 4 of the league. Well, ganun talaga. I don't know if you guys saw the full game, pero marami talagang away, bakbakan minsan. But, you know, there are players talaga that can absorb the tension, that turn it into intensity, that, you know, it's progressive in the game. But sometimes these things talaga happen because there's 22 players in the field. So one player gets, you know, heated up, then talagang we back them up. So I think it's pretty normal sometimes, yeah. Especially in games like this with high stakes.
So did anything happen in halftime that made the mindset a little more intense?
Yeah, actually coming in, we were 1-0 up and we wanted to maintain that and score more. So we played, we were talking about more tactical positioning sa taas. So for us to finish and execute all the balls that we create on top. And basically maintain the lead. But oh yeah, unfortunately, they scored a penalty and it napagod na rin. So yeah, that's all I could say.
Now with this, how do you feel going up against the next team in the next match?
At least we didn't lose and we still walked off the field with, you know, with a point, and we still have some high hopes to end up in the top 4. And every game kasi in this league right now is really like your first and last game. So every point really matters. So we're happy enough to take a point off. Yeah.
Thank you so much and congratulations again. Back.
Salamat, Nina, and it's really wrapped up quite nicely there by Matthew Custodio. Talked about the intensity there and what it meant for his side. Meanwhile, bukas, marami na naman tayong aksyon sa Philippines Football League with UCFC taking on Manila Monte to start things off here at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Tuloy FC and Manila Digger face off in the second match with Philippine Army and Loyola FC wrapping things up in the triple header at RMS. Meanwhile, ang Dynamic Herb Cebu ay may laban sa Cebu kontra sa Philippine Air Force. So another busy day in the Philippines Football League, just the way we like it. Cam, what a day of football.
An honor to call this game alongside you, Jing. Really, they have set the standards of intensity and passion to show in this league. Kaya hashtag PFL on the rise kasi rise of intensity but also rise of passion. And sabi nga ni Custodio na it's all part of the game. And, you know, no more words left to be said, Jing.
We look forward to seeing you for more PFL action. For my partner, Cam Rodriguez, Direk Koy Yupanco, and our pitch side reporter, Nina Alvia. Ako po si Jing Hamlang. Thank you for watching and we'll see you tomorrow.
People always try to put me down on the ground, but I never be jealous, cause I'm the right in their mind. In their minds, screw up with me, boy, don't go crying in their minds. Come on, every boy, there's a fight.